So part 2, I can add and subtract integers and negative numbers. Now, integers is a strange word. You'll find in maths we have a lot of strange words, and it means that most people find maths as confusing. Don't worry, it's just a fact of learning the words, and when you learn the words, it's not as bad as you think. For example, integers just means whole numbers. Okay, so that's not that bad. So, first of all, without a calculator, I want you to work out the following. Now, the way I'm going to teach here is column method addition. So again, old people like myself, this is normal. And I know that in primary schools, they're now teaching this up to year 6. But if you haven't done it before, just try and work through these answers. The main thing is about putting the numbers in the right order. So if we did, where am I going? I'm down here. 13,206 and add 4,375. That sounds like a nice big number. Okay, so what we'll do is we always start to the right hand side and move to the left. So 6 plus 5 is 11, so I put the 1 there and I carry forward the 10 because you can't use the 10 in that part. You then add up this column. Nothing plus 7 is 7, plus 1 is 8, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 4 is 7, and finally 1, and if there's nothing there, it's fine just to add a nothing and just write 1. Okay, let's include some decimals. So this time we have 320, oops, hold on a minute. 329.8, and this time it's 96.4. Okay, can you see that I've put the decimal points onto each other, and that's how you know it's okay to add, because the decimal points should be in the same place. Now 8 plus 4 is 12, so you put the 2 there, carry forward the 1. And then you carry on adding. Now when I add, I usually always start with the biggest number because that means my brain doesn't have to work too much, and add on the smallest number. So with this I'd say I know 9 plus 1 is a number bond to 10, so that would be 10, plus the 6 is 16. Ooh, I didn't carry down the decimal point, so I'm going to do it now before I forget, as that gives you the order of how the number should be. Moving on to this column, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12. And last column, 3 plus 1 is 4. Now that we have done that, I'd like you just to pause now and work through the examples on the board. Remember, for these two, I haven't put them into a sum for you. So just remember to write that in yourself, and remember to put the columns in the right places by making sure the decimal places are in the same place. So pause now and try this work. Welcome back. Hopefully you got those answers. If you didn't get those answers, just have a quick look at your work and try again. And just because I'm that type of person, here's some more examples to work through. So just do the exact same as you've done. In this extension work, I've put 3 numbers for you to add. Now if we look at this, so come down here. So if we do 12.4, 19.5 and 6.2. All that means is you still put the columns in the exact same place, but you just add it up in order. So 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11, 1, carry forward the 1. Remember to bring down your decimal point. Now I'm going to go for my number bonds again. 9 plus 1 is 10. Always able to help you speed up your maths. Plus 6 is 16, plus 2 is 18. And finally, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So that is 38 plus 1. So now that you've done that, you've seen this, just pause and try the examples. Welcome back. Hopefully you got the answers that I have there. If not, again, just go back and try the questions one more time. Or You could go and use the calculator because I might have made a mistake. I don't think so, but if I have, make a comment below for me and I'll try and change it. We're now on subtraction. Subtraction, in a way, is done the exact same as addition, but this time the order in which you do it is important. So let's look again back down here. So if we did 32,306, I'm beginning to like threes at this point, and 7,200 and I'll say 12. Again, with subtraction, we work from right to left. So this time, though, it is important how you do it. So you say, what is 2 subtracted from 6? 2 subtracted from 6 is 4. Now, what is 1 subtracted from nothing? Well, if I have nothing, I can't take 1 from it, so that isn't going to work. So what I need to do is I need to borrow from its friend to the left-hand side, and that will make the 0 a 10. So now I can say, what is 1 subtracted from 10? And that would be 9. What is 2 subtracted from 2? That would be 0. Coming on to here. What is 7 subtracted from 2? Well, again, if I've only got 2 things, say 2 apples, I can't take 7 apples from that. So I have to borrow from the friend to the left. You reduce that by 1 and you bring over a 10. So now what is 7 from 12? Well, that would be 5. And if there's nothing there, you can write in nothing. What is nothing from 2? That is 2. So what happens when it's a little bit harder? So let's say we do 300, take away 29.7. So this is where we're getting a little bit more difficult. If there isn't a decimal point and something up there, just write it in. So do decimal point and 0. Because that just gives you a number to take away from, even if that number is 0. So let's work through again, going from the right to left. So 7 from nothing, well, I can't take 7 from nothing, so I'm going to have to borrow to the left. There's no number there, I'm going to have to borrow to the left. There's no number there, we're going to have to borrow to the left. I don't think these people have many friends. Okay, so we borrow 1 from here, so that makes that 2. Bring forward a 1, which makes it 10. Borrow from this one, which makes that 9. Bring forward, make that a 10. Borrow from that one, makes that a 9. And bring that forward and makes that a 10. So do you see how it just sort of cascades down? And so you just work it one by one so you don't make mistakes. Now 7 from 10 is 3. Bring down your decimal point. 9 from 9 is nothing. 2 from 9 is 7. And if I put nothing there, nothing from 2 is 2. So you can see by doing those steps, cascading the numbers down, it makes the rest of the work straightforward. Now that you've seen that, go through the examples, so pause now and come back to me when you're finished. Welcome back. There are my answers. Hopefully they're right. Just look through, because I've shown you how I've borrowed, so just look through and just check your answers with that. And as before, here are some more examples. The ones that are difficult are again the extension ones. If you find this difficult, don't do the extension ones because they're just going to confuse you. If you find this straightforward, do the extension ones because it'll stretch you. In these ones here, always do the addition first, just so that you're left with one number, and then do the subtraction. So let's just show you what I mean up here. So if we do 32.6 plus 12.4 minus, I don't know, 14.9. So the first thing I'm going to do is this sum here. So that would be 32.6 plus 12.4. Now we're really good at adding, so we can just do our adding skills. 6 plus 4 is 10. Bring down your decimal point. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and 1 plus 3 is 4. Now we go back to this point and we do the taking away. So that is 14.9. Might just be able to squeeze this in, and it's subtraction. always make sure you mark on what is addition and what is subtraction, so when you go back you can check. Can I take 9 from nothing? No, I can't, so let's borrow. That goes down to 4, that goes to 10. Can I take 9 from 10? Yes, that gives me a 1. Bring down the decimal point. 4 take away from 4 is nothing, and 1 take away from 4 is 3. So do you see how by taking it in 2 steps, it makes it quite straightforward? Looking at that, let's get rid of this. What I would like you to do is just to have a go at those examples, pause now, and then come back to me. Welcome back. So hopefully you got the answers there. If not, go back, just check your answers and see where you went wrong. Now, because it's always fun to play a game, here's column method plenary. Plenary just means a bit of a practice at the end to make sure you understand it. So we're going to play the game A, B, C or D. So pause, add up those numbers and then come back. Do you think the answer's A, B, C or D? Pause now. And hopefully you're right and the answer is C. Second one, look at the question, pause now. And hopefully you got that answer and the answer is A. Okay, next one, pause now. Great, welcome back, and hopefully you found out that the answer is B. Okay, we're getting a bit more difficult here, a little bit of decimals. So look at the question, pause now. And you will see that the answer is D. I think that's the first time D came up. Yay. So, ask yourself now, are you red, amber or green? Okay, if you do need to go back now. Otherwise, let's move on to the next part.